Now, I'm sure this isn't the first Go High Level prompt AI voice agent video that you've seen on YouTube, but I sure hope it's the last. If we go through here, we can see just how complex and advanced this prompt is. And in today's video, I'm going to go over exactly why I have everything in here, and then at the end, test it out for you. But before we do, we're going to start from the beginning. Now, if you're a complete beginner, then the first thing you're going to want to do within Go High Level is to go to one of your sub accounts, then go to Settings, and we're going to go over to where it says Voice AI Agents right here. Okay, so as we can see, I have two currently in here, Samantha, and then this basic agent right here. We're just going to go ahead and delete that and then start from scratch. So we're going to go up here to where it says Create Agent. All right, and then we're going to give our agent a name. So we're going to give this one Brenda. Brenda, that's our name here. Now for business name, we're going to do Handy Pro Solutions. All right, and then what is our agent's initial message going to be? So it's, hey, you've reached out to, let's just say, the name of the business, Handy Pro Solutions. How can I help you today? Once we do that, we're going to get to our next step, which is our agent goals. As you can see right here, we have a few options here for details that we want to collect from the contact. So you can do name, email, address. If the customer has an issue or complaint, you can go ahead and try to collect that. You can go ahead and trigger a workflow. So once the call is completed, you can create an automation that will go ahead and trigger based off of the information that was given. So you can set your trigger as email. And so in your automation, when somebody gives you an email that has also made a phone call, then this certain automation would go ahead and trigger. But we're not going to go ahead and do that right now. We're going to go right over here to where it says switch to advanced mode. So this is really where you can get creative with this, right? The basic mode is just, it's exactly that. It's basic. It's really not going to be that custom. It's really not going to get the job done either from what I've seen. I've given this a call, this agent right here, and it's just not there yet. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and copy the prompt that I created and then I showed you in the beginning of the video into this agent, and then we'll go over it from there. So when setting your goals, of course, the first thing you're going to want to do is set the role of the agent. So as we can see here, it says you are Brenda, a friendly professional representative for Handy Pro Solutions, a trusty handyman service provider serving the Cincinnati area. Your responsibility is to handle incoming calls, gather key details from callers, and document everything for the estimate team to follow up. Your goal is to ensure a smooth, human-like experience for every caller. A crucial part of your role is to properly close each call and confirm that the caller has no remaining questions or concerns. So again, this is past the basic version. This is a little bit more information as to what we really want Brenda to do. What is it we want Brenda to gather? Before you had the options of just picking their name, email, or the contacts issue, this kind of has all those in one and really just simplifies things. Now for the guardrails we have in place. So what is it we don't want Brenda to do or Brenda not to say, right? So make promises or confirm appointments. That is a feature that has not become available yet within Go High Level. I've seen it teased as something that's coming in the future. You'll be able to say, hey, I want to make an appointment for Sunday at 3 p.m. Is that available? And then it would just be able to book it right through there. But right now, that is not an option. So we don't want to make promises or confirm appointments. We do not want to provide exact pricing or service guarantees or disclose that you are AI unless directly asked. That's not something we want to hide. And then end the call without a proper goodbye. So I'll just skip down to it now, but we have a farewell here as we truly appreciate your time and interest in our services. Have a wonderful day. So again, this goes back to just being friendly and being professional in handling the calls, which is what we are prompting the bot or the agent to do. So also respond in a professional, warm, and empathetic manner, politely acknowledge concerns, offer to escalate complex inquiries to the team, As for example, I don't have that information at the moment, but I'll pass it along to our team and they'll follow up with you. This is something that you really probably want to include in your agent goals. Just give your agent an example of something that you would want to say, right? So, and one thing here, when we say offer to escalate inquiries to the team, one thing that you can do within Go High Level is you go down here to the actions where it says call transfer. So we're just going to go ahead here and say call transfer, the number you want it transferred to. When should the call transfer take place? When the caller asks to speak to a human. So whatever prompt you want to give it, again, it will do exactly what you feed it. It is the best listener out there. So it's going to take some trial and error. You're not going to have the bot perfect. I know I've gone through plenty of tests, plenty of demo phone calls, trying to, find little things here or there to maybe just throw it off a bit, which is exactly what I recommend everybody doing out there. And then what to say before transferring the call. You can just say exactly what it has right here is please wait while we transfer to the manager or to John the handyman, whoever it is that you are going ahead and getting in touch with. Another thing you're going to want to teach it is exactly where you're located, how you can be contacted. Here's another example of something to say. Hello, thank you for calling Handy Pro Solutions. This is Emily, Brenda, whoever you decide to make your bot's name. So how can I assist you today? Super, super simple. Reason for calling. Apparent, if their reason is clear, proceed to gather necessary details. Not apparent, might ask how to best assist you today. So then we go into the scenarios, which is estimate requests, move to information collection steps, general inquiry, ask to the best of your knowledge without guessing, ensure a smooth conclusion on the call. That is definitely something that we want to make sure of, is that our AI isn't just going off on a whim and just saying, well, I think this is right. From what I can tell, it's probably right. We don't want any guesswork in here. This is supposed to be able to handle everything as if the actual person, the owner of the business, whoever it may be that's in charge, would be able to answer themselves. So that is why we have the step in place of the call transfer is, say there's something they can't answer, let's push you over to Mark the handyman, right? Easy. Now I'm not going to go over this whole thing step by step. What I am going to do though is I will leave a link below. I'll just create a Google Doc or something that you can go ahead and click a link on. I won't have you sign up for an email, thing that I'm going to send you weekly or daily or whatever. It's just out there. It's free. So go ahead and click that below and let me know what you think. And go ahead and subscribe as well if this is exactly what you're looking for. So again, I'm sure this isn't the first prompt video you've seen, but I hope it is the last. So the next thing, I'm going to show you one more thing here is the service location. So again, another example of something to say is, can you provide the address where the service is needed? And then the confirmation would just be, just to confirm, I have 123 Main Street as the address. Does that sound correct? And then they would be able to confirm, yes, that is correct. Or no, that is not. Here's the correct one. Easy. Now for the fun part, we're going to go ahead and give this agent a test. Hello?
Hey, you have reached Handy Pro Solutions. How can I help you today?
Yeah, I was calling because I had an issue with my plumbing.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Could you tell me a bit more about the plumbing issue you're experiencing?
Yeah, so I got home from work and underneath my sink there was just a ton of water and it's just all over the floor.
Oh, that sounds frustrating. Let's get this sorted out for you. Could you please provide your first and last name?
Yeah, my name is John Doe.
Thank you, John. What address should we send our team to for the service?
123 Main Street.
Got it. 123 Main Street. Does that sound correct?
That's correct.
Great. Our estimate team usually reaches out via text to schedule a free estimate. Does that work for you, or would you prefer a call?
Well, I really need this as soon as possible. Is there anything you can do about that?
I totally understand the urgency. I'll make sure to pass along that it's a priority for you. Our team will reach out as soon as they can. Is there a preferred time for them to contact you?
Just as soon as possible.
All right, I'll note that you need to be contacted as soon as possible. Before we wrap up, do you have any other questions or anything else you'd like to share?
No, I think that's all I have.
Perfect. Thank you for reaching out, John. I'll make sure our team reviews your request promptly. We truly appreciate your time and interest in our services. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, thank you. So that worked pretty good. So I have a transcript here for the call. So this is something you could have send to the owner of the business or whoever your client may be, just so they can see exactly how the phone calls went. And there's also a summary that can be provided as well if they don't want to go ahead and read through the entire conversation. But this is something that's really important to take a look at, especially when you're training the bot, just to see its kind of weak areas. So yes, when you're training the bot, obviously I made the phone call. I could hear where it was maybe not as good versus where it really shined, right? But if the person you're providing the services for is the one actually looking at those calls every day, this is something that they could really point out and say, hey, they spelled their name wrong. Can they maybe double check their name or spell it out letter by letter on the call? And that is something we'd be able to set up. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Again, I have this prompt down below, so go ahead and customize it to whatever niche you're in or looking to provide services for, and just have at it. Let me know what you think down below. Go ahead and comment, see if there's any areas that maybe you have a bot that you've trained and there's some aspects to it that you like that you didn't hear in mine, whatever it may be. Go ahead, let me know down below, and if you have questions, let me know. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram as well. Good at replying over there. So appreciate you watching the video if you've made it this far, and I'll see you in the next one.